Hi everyone, this is Casey from the Local History and Genealogy Department here at the Covington branch. And today for our Adventures in the Archive series, we're going to talk a little bit about our map collections. If you've ever been into the department, I'm sure you recognize these large maps back here. These are a little bit of our Sanborn map collection. Up in front we have the first volume of this book here. I'll talk a little bit more about that. So if you come in, you've seen these maps, you've probably seen a small case over there in front of the ref desk. That's going to be our topographical map collection. And if you've been online, we also have a small online collection as well as maps. So I'm going to give a little bit of an overview of what we have in our collections here and how you can access that. So just to begin, our Sanborn map collection, if you've been into the department, there's a large 1909 map that was reprinted in 1937 with updates right as you come in past the computers. And then here we have the second volume of that year, and then the Whiskey surveys as well from 1936. For those that don't know, we also have some online collections as well of Sanborn maps. This year span from about 1867 to around 1970, so there's quite a span of years, so we'll take a look online as well. And for those that don't know or are unfamiliar with the term Sanborn map, these were fire insurance maps created to sort of show agents the degree of hazards associated with different types of buildings. So of course, you know, your distilleries, big fire hazard, really important back then to show different buildings and residences in that area that might be, need to have a lot of insurance covered on that. So that's sort of where these originate from. And we have a lot of patrons come in that want to take a look at the Sanborn collection in terms of house histories. You know, if you're trying to find maybe who lived in your home when you purchased it years and years ago, Sanborn maps are a good way to sort of determine maybe if your home had always been a residence, has it been a business, was it apartments at one time? Sanborn maps are a good way to find, old street names as well. So, as most people know, have done house research, names, especially in older towns like Covington, changed over time. So if you're living on one block that had a certain street name, you come across a different name, Sanborn maps are a good way to kind of determine boundaries and outlines of old neighborhoods. Moving on, if you've come to the department again, where that first Sanborn map is, the case that it is sitting on is our regular map case. So that's going to show you Kentucky counties and city maps, Kentucky general navigation and history maps. The whole northern Kentucky region includes maps of that, Kenton County, Boone, and Campbell County. So we try to have a good variety of the entire Kentucky and northern Kentucky area. A lot of these topics are going to be navigation maps. There are some street maps, and the years span from about the 1800s until the present day. So we do try to keep a really good, diverse span of years of those maps. And again, people doing house histories, people doing, research on different businesses over time. Those are really helpful. We also have an index online if you're trying to find a particular year or particular county or area. My last topic is going to be a little bit about the topographical maps. Again, if you come right into the department, if you're at the reference desk, it's that little sort of stacked chest right there, and that's going to be all of our topographical maps. Right now, I would love to go back in and reorganize those. They're a little bit hard to figure out different areas just based on the labels, but we do have some patrons that come in that make use of those. A lot of times I've noticed people that are trying to find more information on maybe the history of land that their ancestors owned. A lot of people doing history on farms that relatives owned. Topographical maps are a really good resource for that, because unlike the Sanborn maps or the regular maps in our map case, topographical maps are going to show you, natural boundaries and natural features like rivers, lakes, valleys, plains, things of that nature, and also some man-made creations as well, like roads, boundaries, transmission lines, things like that. And again, as most people know, Covington at one point was incorporated in the Campbell County, so topographical maps are going to show you where old boundaries were in different areas. So if you're trying to determine where people lived maybe at one point, topographical maps are going to help you with that as well. And again, some other areas topographical maps might help you with, property boundaries. Maybe that might lead to finding deeds, tax records, probate records, and again, which will definitely help you in house research. And maybe some maps can also help you with searching for different battlefields. I know we have some maps that show some military areas as well. So the map collection here can really help you out in a variety of areas of research that you're conducting, not just house research. So again, if you're looking for Sanborn maps, we have that collection online. We also have our map index online as well, with a few old historical maps online digitized so you can view too. So if you're ever trying to do some research on house history, maybe trying to find some land, definitely come up to the department and ask at the desk. So we're happy to help you get ready on that research, and we will see you again next month.